Hey my friends, I'm Jess. Welcome to my channel, Jess Say. I'm gonna make a quick video about how we can, together, collectively, kind of move towards living a more eco-friendly life or more sustainable life. Now, I'm in a modern world. I live in a city. I live in a home that has city water. I have a small yard with a small garden portion, and I don't have solar panels, and I don't have gray water, and I don't have all of these other things that is suggested to have to be sustainable. But there's billions of people in this world, and a lot of us are in the modern world. We're still living in homes, and we're, working at jobs that don't really have sustainable or eco-friendly habits. And guess what? That's okay. But what we can all individually do in our personal lives to make an impact and give back to nature and, make a positive impact for future generations, for the environment to be sustainable or livable for the human species, again, is by doing the best that we can and doing it in our home, and also practicing this outside when we go outside of our homes too. So over the past 4 years, I have drastically reduced the amount of trash that I throw away every single month. I throw away approximately this size of trash a month, and that is just in the trash can, okay? The system that I have I've continued, and begun, that's what I was gonna say is begun, but that I've continued to do over the past 4 years is, number one, changing my consumerism habits in terms of what I buy. And that has been something that has gradually shifted in me and my habits over time. And it really just comes from awareness of what I'm buying. Am I buying one-time single-use products? Am I exclusively buying things in plastic? Am I putting everything in plastic bags? And over time, I've become a little bit more, I've learned from other people how to be more eco-friendly by just learning what are more sustainable products to buy. And if we want to put things into something else so that we can hold it, it's not always plastic, but plastic is not terrible. That's another one of my theories, is that we have to feel good about it. Even though we have an environmental kind of crisis going on, we can't feel terrible about it because we kind of put ourselves in this situation. So we have to joyfully go through it. But that was my number one thing, was going through my consumerism habits and seeing what can I buy instead that will last me longer and that I don't have to initially throw away. So I choose more aluminum and glass products to purchase, and I bring my own stuff. I bring my own utensils everywhere I go, and I bring glass Tupperware or a glass jar with me with food in it, or with the intention of taking food out with it. And the other things that I do, I'm sitting by my trash right now. This is actually a trash bag from my bathroom, and I probably change my bathroom trash can probably every 2 weeks, and it's mostly floor scrappings and whatever else I throw in here. If you look at my previous video I posted a video of me throwing stuff into my compost chute, and my friend, he got a box of food that was I think it's from Green Homes, maybe, I don't remember the company, but he forgot about it, and so the food in the packaging went to dust or to juice and to stuff that we don't want to eat. So I just dumped all that stuff in my compost, and then I put those things with the juice in it in this bag, because this is the only place in my house where I have a plastic bag. And this plastic bag, it's cute, it's gold, I like it. It's not biodegradable, but it's what I like, and that's okay. We don't have to have every single thing as green. I am green only so much, and I do my best. I'm not a full-hearted or full-blooded, or is that even the right term? I don't even know. Or die-hard, a die-hard vegan. I'm not a die-hard, environmentalist. Because this life, it's a crazy thing, and we can do our best, but we can't do everything with perfection. In the eyes of our creator from above sees everything with perfection that we do, but we as humans, we have physical bodies, and we're in a physical world with all these physical things, and we deal with things differently. So, but this is my trash can. I don't throw any liquids or any kind of thing in here that has any remnants of anything that is liquid from whatever. I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat, but just fish. And I do get packages of salmon, and when I open it, I just wash it out and let it dry, and then I throw it away in here. So this is what I have in here, and this is, I have some styrofoam in here because I got some takeout, which I don't normally do. But this is from the beginning of June, and I won't throw it out until July. So I will have this thing the size that it will get filled up to. It's nothing enormous, it's super small. And the other ways, that I have reduced my trash is by recycling. And I know recycling isn't always trusted everywhere, because I've worked at places and I've seen them take the recycling bin and throw it in the trash. I'm just like, what is the point of even having a damn recycling bin? But It just is what it is. And we just gotta be okay with it, because how else are we gonna deal with all of these atrocities and crazy things that go on in this world? I don't know. I don't have answers for everything, but that's just some ways that I try to deal with it, is try to work on my emotional response about things, okay? And be authentic. Anyways, but I do put recycling things in here, and this is my recycling. This back here is a bin where I can actually take these things and I can put it in my compost. It's a really good thing to add to the compost. I'm actually gonna take this and rip it up and put it in my compost. Because my compost can get kind of yucky, because I don't normally put carbon in the compost, and it makes it all yucky and stringy and stinky a little bit, and then maggots get in it. But this pile, the one I'm showing you with paper, is all things that are burnable or that can be put in the compost. And egg cartons, when you take off the tape portion, are good things to put in your compost. Like cardboard, when you take off all tape, if you cut it into fine pieces, it's really good for compost, especially if you have a warm compost, which is something I learned this morning. And then I have a bag here for aluminum cans and glass. I don't have any glass in there. I only have a couple cans in there right now. But I'm using this like stand to put my phone on right now. Scared me. But the cans I leave out for my friends that are unhoused or that live on the street, because there's a place here where I live that buys aluminum cans, and they use it for, you know, their needs and stuff. So I like to do that. And then there's a different garbage bin that's purple here in Arizona, which is specifically for glass. So every state is different with how they handle their trash. Every single state has a municipal page which shows resources for recycling aluminum and glass, and just recycling in general. If you look at all recyclable products, they should have a sign on it. And this one doesn't even have a sign on it. Oh, yes, it does. Right here. And they usually, it's kind of blurry. Can I make it? There we go. This one doesn't have a number in it, but those numbers indicate by your state, whatever state you're in, how you can dispose of it. Number 1 and number 2 are usually always recyclable in Arizona, okay? So if you see this number, you gotta look at the number. Just because you see that sign doesn't always mean it's recyclable, because then there is numbers 3 through 6 as well. Because the recycling bin, or excuse me, the recycling symbol, you can see it. Can this camera even focus? You know what it looks like. 1 through 6, okay? And you have to look up by your city if that's acceptable within the recycling bin. And a lot of the numbers that are like 4 through 6, you can't recycle. So I'm just like, why even put that damn symbol on it? But those are the ways that have helped me reduce my trash. And number 2, I would say, number 1 that has helped me reduce my trash is changing the things that I buy. And 2 is composting and changing my diet. You know, I'm not a vegan, which is the best diet to have for being along the lines of earth friendly. So, you know, I have my own opinion about vegan diet and stuff, but I'm not here to talk about that right now, okay? But composting is the second thing. Recycling, and also using glass and aluminum appropriately, and putting those, recycling them appropriately as well. We don't have to throw every single thing away. We can make things out of art. And I know trash is something that's like, people are like, ew, you know, but it's not. We're on an earth that is perfect, and it's made for us as humans. This is the perfect environment for us. And over time, we have just done a lot of things that just may give instant relief and an instant gratification, but in the long run, it may just, you know, create an environment that is not suitable for us as a human species. And guess what? That's okay. But if we want longevity with the human species, and we want a comfortable place to live on this earth, then we all have to start doing these little changes in our home and our practices outside of our home. And if we don't, that's okay, but we're going to eventually be forced to do this. Not by no government, not by no dictate of any kind whatsoever. The earth is gonna have extremely apparent signs that we have to change our habits. And it's all in how we deal with it. And I think there's a way to deal with it, to do things now before we get those, not even more warning signs, before all those warning signs are gone. We're already having warning signs. I mean, it's extremely apparent. But when it becomes explosive, when volcanoes start exploding on a massive amount of level, and we have tidal waves and all these things, I don't mean to scare anyone, but this is the truth. Nature gives us very clear and strong signs that are pretty scary. So it's okay, everything's gonna be okay. But us individually changing habits in our home and the way that we handle our trash and our food are so important, and they can drastically help improve the environment by a lot. just by doing those things individually. If we all could do that, and then we could kind of work together and see. Well, I accidentally touched my broom and it fell. Okay. Anyways, check out my website, ecofy.org. Me and my friend Gina, we have a lot of great products that make composting so easy and make gardening so easy. You know, I am not an expert at gardening or composting, but I do it anyways, and I'm getting help from others. You know, other people come into my life that kind of guide me to how to do these things. You know, I have a slab of land in my, well, it's just this little portion of my yard is dirt, and I'm trying to convert it to soil. And I don't really know what I'm doing. This is something that I'm learning too, but I've created a garden before, but with the help of other people. And when we get together and work together, things just work out, you know? So, you know, always be gentle on yourself, be gentle on other people, let yourself off the hook, let other people off the hook, because we're all just human having this wild human experience, and we got to enjoy it all. And we got to love trash and work with trash in a special way that is groovy. I don't know if that's the right word to say, but it is the right word to say. It's just what came to mind. Anyways, please subscribe, please like, comment below. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions about composting or gardening, you know, this is like, it's a weird thing, you know, but if we peacefully work together, we can make changes to the environment, and we don't have to know everything. It's something that we can just work together with. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I didn't need for it to get, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, whatever. I thought it was gonna be 5 minutes, but I get passionate about this. So anyways, thank you for being here. I will talk to you soon. Till next week. Bye.